Creative communication. Creative communication is an ability to think beyond conventional things, thoughts, ideologies, and convert those thoughts into ideas and make it reality. Okay, creativity is the most important part in the profession of media and communication, and even in journalism. Because if you are not creative enough, then you cannot write new elements, new things every day. In journalism and mass communication, there are no repetitions. Like one journalist never write a news again. Okay? It's every day, every time, new, innovation, and creative. Suppose there is one incident and few journalists are reporting it, the news will not be same. Okay, the incident would be same for the all journalists, but the reporting style of every journalist will be different because everyone will creatively add the few elements. Okay, in terms of sound, in terms of graphics, in terms of image, words, even writing news in creative aspect. So creative communication as a subject is it's very different than other subjects. Okay, because creativity is an ability, but if you come to know about some elements of creativity, some tips about creativity, then you can write creative news articles, news packages, voiceovers, and even scripts and dialogues. Okay, creativity is the most important gift given by nature, God, to all of us. We human beings can think in a creative context than any other living uh, animals, or not anyone can think creatively, but humans can imagine beyond reality. Okay, so in the next slide, we will study the elements of creative communication. The elements of creative communication includes clarity, imagination, understanding target audience, effective language, and illustration. And the last point is implication with simplicity. Okay, so first of all, try to understand clarity. Creative communication, before you start to write anything about creative aspect, try to understand what exactly you have to put across. So the creative writer, the creative director, the creative journalist must have clarity in his or her mind what to be communicate. Okay, second point is imagination. Imagine in your mind. Okay, then try to apply the same with softwares, camera, devices. First of all, the content should be there in your mind. Try to visualize the things which you want in reality. Okay, so in media and communication, the power of imagination is very important. The directors, like big directors like Steven Spielberg, who has directed Jurassic Park, in the early 90s, the director come up with very different idea that thousand lakhs year ago, when there was dinosaurs on this earth planet, and his imagination could come as a reality, a movie, dinosaurs and human beings in front of each other. So in reality, it's not possible, but power of imagination could make it possible. And it was big hit till today. We watch the movie with lots of interest because it's so interesting to see how humans behave when there are things like dinosaurs in front of them and how they can create problems for then human existence. So this is the beauty of imagination. Okay, with clarity and imagination, the creative communication or the creative communicator must understand who is their target audience. So if you are doing it for children, then the imagination part would be different for children, because as per the children's psychology, children understand things very differently than the elder audience. You can take example of cartoons. There are creative sounds used in the cartoon videos. Imagination is very different than normal cinema and animation. So as per your target audience, you can change the strategy of creative communication. Effective language and illustration is also very important. Okay, language, if you are doing it for urban audience, then your language should be urban dialect. If you are doing it for rural audience, then your language should be rural. Okay, and most importantly, you have to implicate the overall output should be very simple, so anyone can understand. Layman's perspective you should keep, and the product, the final output should be decodable for ordinary people.